So when I bring up the Philadelphia Flyers, what feelings do you have, Steve? Just about the organization. Oh, shut up.
Boo, be relevant again.
Jesse, similar thoughts, feelings?
Go Gritty.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. He is the most likable part about the Flyers right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to bring up two players. I'm going to bring up two players and I'm going to make you feel something. Number one, if he makes it to March 17th, Claude Giroux will play his 1,000th game with the Flyers and then potentially be traded after. However, interestingly, it's been reported that it won't kill him if he doesn't make it and he gets traded before that. But you gotta think he goes to 1,000 games, right? Like even if you're the Flyers, you're like, listen, I'll do the deal just on March 18th. I'm not doing it today.
100%. Like there's no way he gets traded to a team. Second game is his 1,000th. They have a mini ceremony for this new guy. It won't feel the same. That should be your send off. That should be your retirement party. You know?
Yes.
So here's. I want to see if any of you remember this.
Mm-hmm.
The year the Leafs finished last on purpose.
Yeah.
A player they acquired.
I know this.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Played their 1,000th game as a Leaf, and they got presented the silver stick that everyone does when they play their 1,000th game. And everyone in the building had the resounding vibe of who cares. Do you remember the player?
Eric Brewer.
Damn. Good one.
And I followed Eric Brewer's career because he was one of those guys that I always used to pick up in fantasy draft things. Because like in the NHL, like when you do like a fantasy, what do they call that? Do they call that a fantasy draft in NHL when you just draft your own team out of all the NHL players?
I think so, yeah.
So I know what you mean. Because the Leafs were so bad. And I didn't really like any of the players on the Leafs for a little while there. There'd be like a couple guys would be like, yeah, Ian White's cool, I guess. But like I used to just redraft the whole NHL every time. And Eric Brewer is a guy I'd always pick up because he was like, you remember when the players were like, they were either stick thin or they were just like a tree stump?
They were fat. Enormous. Yes.
Eric Brewer was always that guy and he had the hammer next to his name and he used to crush people. Yeah, and I remember when the Leafs got him, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but this sucks.
So I was wrong. That was 2014-15, and he actually played for 3 teams. So there was Tampa, who he was with for several seasons, and that would have been cool. He played 9 games for the Anaheim Ducks and 18 games for the shitty, very, very shitty Leafs.
There are actually, I just Googled it, there are pictures of Eric Brewer in a Leafs jersey somehow.
It's his picture on Hockey DB.
Is it?
He looks so upset.
Yeah. What a shame.
You know what's funny? It might actually be a Lightning uniform.
Wow. Eric Brewer is also, in one of these shots, blocking a shot. He came to the Toronto Maple Leafs and actually blocked a shot. How about that?
He played
at that point.
I'm telling you, he played.
Giroux's got to stick around.
Giroux's got to stick around. I think he's going to stick around.
Yeah.
Now, so here's the other player on the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to make you guys feel something, okay, about the Flyers because we've been boo, tomato. There is a player on the Philadelphia Flyers who has been around a lot longer than you think. How many games has Rasmus Ristolainen played?
You mean in his career?
The NHL.
Yeah, not for the Flyers. He just got
in the NHL.
Just in his career.
Okay.
Just guess.
I'm trying to think of when he was drafted.
500.
Okay.
501.
Rasmus Ristolainen has played 600 games in the NHL.
Wow. I was going to say 600. Shoot.
How many games?
But I wanted to be an asshole. Damn.
How many games has Rasmus Ristolainen? How many games has Rasmus Ristolainen played in the playoffs?
Oh, 0.
0 games.
Yeah.
He's the new Jay Bouwmeester.
There's a guy, I think, and apparently there's been discussions with Flyers management. He wants to go and play in the playoffs. And I think they're going to try to grant that request.
For what?
Oh, God.
What do you get back in return?
I don't know. They gave up a lot to get him.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Can I go through that? So the Flyers, for a team that's very shitty, usually if a team that's very shitty is very shitty, you want to look at their cap-friendly page and go, gosh, look at all those picks. Well, the Flyers this year are missing a second-rounder.
Ooh.
Do we know why they're missing a second-rounder?
Rasmus, right?
Nope. The answer is not Shane Gostisbehere.
They had to throw it in as a sweetener?
A second and a seventh plus Shane Gostisbehere for future considerations.
Oh, what did they give up for Ryan Ellis?
That is a good question, and I will look that up in a minute. But the Rasmus Ristolainen trade, which is the second,
read it.
Oh, bro, it's so fucking bad. And the fact that they're already pulling the chute is unbelievable. 2021 first round pick, 14th overall, which the Sabres used on Isaac Rosen, and 2023 second round pick. Jeez. God, that's tough. Let me try to find Ryan Ellis real quick for you.
Yeah, and Haig is a second round pick, right? So that's 2 seconds and a first for Ristolainen. If you
pretty
look at
bad
it that way,
that is
pretty bad.
Stop that. Knock that off right now. Okay, here.
27-year-old second round pick, but still.
Ryan Ellis for Philippe Myers, and Nolan Patrick was the deal. Nolan Patrick, who they picked second overall in 2017.
Okay, all right.
And with Ellis, it was full cost, right?
Listen, if the Flyers had that defensive core about 4 years ago, it would have been formidable.
Man, and dude,
like Ryan Ellis at his best.
Stop
unreal.
letting Chuck Fletcher spend your money. Stop. When will that memo go out? Stop letting Chuck Fletcher spend your money. He doesn't know how.
I mean, the Wild made the playoffs every year under Chuck Fletcher. Every year. Steve, every year. And they got that playoff gate revenue every year, Steve.
Oh, yeah, and everyone's just like, oh, yeah, Dubas makes a playoff every year. Yeah, that's the narrative around him. That's definitely the narrative around the Leafs, right? Is that they make the playoffs every year. And everybody's
good with that. Everybody's good with that.
Year. Yeah,
everybody's happy with that. That's all we need. Just make the playoffs.
No. For the next team who hires Chuck Fletcher, my question is why? He doesn't do things that are good. Knock it off and get a brain.
Mm-hmm.
Not him. Listen, at this point, fool me once, et cetera, et cetera. What is the saying for the third time? Fool me a third time, you're a fucking moron? Stop letting this guy spend your money. Stop.
Do we need a t-shirt that says "Fool me a third time, you're a fucking moron"?
Fool me a third time, I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
This dude throws money in a furnace, and everyone goes, "We don't know why we're bad."
Yeah.
Give Chuck Fletcher to a small market team. I'm begging someone. And follow them around with a camera crew all year. Guys, when it's beyond the Parise and Suter contracts. What are you doing? What are you doing letting him spend your money?
I can't wait till the Chuck Fletcher Arizona Coyotes take the ice at ASU next year.
And they hand him $46 and he's like, oh, like, what do I get, a per diem? They're like, no, this is for players. And he's fucked.